Only 11 students have joined so far. Aaron, Delvin, all of you turn on your video and sit. Godwin, turn on your video. Rachel, only 13. Where are others? Okay, only 14 children has joined so far. But anyway, we can start the class. Let them join in between. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So children, do you remember what all things we have discussed on the last class? We have discussed about French Revolution. Okay, and also we discussed about the causes. Okay, various causes for the outbreak of revolution in France. Okay, and who was the king of France?
Louis 16.
Louis XVI was the king of France. Okay, and when he was on the power, the treasury was empty. Okay, what were the reasons for the empty treasury of France?
Long years of wars.
Yes. Long years of war.
War.
Okay, has drained the financial resources of France. Okay, and under Louis XVI, France helped, yes, 13 American colonies to gain their independence from Britain. Okay, because Britain was their common enemy. Britain was the enemy of France during that time. So they helped 13 American colonies to gain their independence. Okay, and that war caused more debt to France. Why? What happened? Tell me. Why that war caused more debt to France? Lena, can you tell me?
Rising population.
Rising population? How it will affect the war?
There were no clothes or
Yes. Okay.
clothes
The
or food for
the financial resources of France was not good. Okay. So they lended the money on credit. Okay. And the money lenders who gave the state credit, they increased, okay, 10% increase on the money they have taken. Okay. And France has to maintain its regular expenses like running the government structure, that means public facilities, schools, colleges, universities, government offices. Okay, and also they needed to pay a huge sum as interest. Okay, so that was one of the main causes for Louis XVI. He increased the taxes. Is it clear, children? Okay, because France, long years of war. Okay, we mentioned. Okay, means that under Louis XVI, France helped 13 American colonies to gain their independence. That war caused more debt to France. They have lended the money on credit, and the money lenders increased the interest of the loan amount. Okay, so in order to pay such a huge amount of interest, okay, there was no other way for Louis XVI. He just increased the taxes. Clear, children? Okay, and also the cost of maintaining an extravagant court at the immense palace of Versailles. Okay, it's needed to have to pay more. okay, for maintaining such a elaborate or spacious court at the immense palace of Versailles. Okay, that also was the another cause for the outbreak of the revolution. And Louis XVI just increased the taxes. Okay, but the social division, how was the society was divided?
Three.
Yes,
Three.
three estates. Christo, is it Christo itself? Christo.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Christo, tell me how the society were divided during this time. Aaron, turn on your video and sit. Aaron, Joss, Delvin. Anaj. Eva, can you tell me the division of society during this period?
Ma'am, three
Yes?
division.
Oh,
First estate clergy.
yes.
Second nobility.
Yeah.
Third big businessman, peasant, landless.
Yes. The society was divided into three estates. First estate, that is clergy. Okay, the people who has some function, invested some functions in the church. Okay, and the second estate belongs to nobility, nobles, lords. Okay, and third estate, it was a combination of both richer and poor members of the society, landless laborers, servants, and high administrative officials were included in the third estate. Okay, but the first two estate, first two estate members were enjoyed some privileges by birth. They were exempted from paying the taxes. Okay, only the members of the third estates needed to pay the tax. And there was a number of taxes that should be paid by the members of the third estate. Okay, and means I have told you about titte and tail. Titte was the tax that needed to be paid to the church. Okay, and tail was the tax paid to the state. Okay, fine. Okay, and in addition to this, there was a number of other taxes on their daily consumption things like salt, tobacco, etc. Okay, and 90% peasants made up of the 90% population of the France were peasants. Okay, but only a few members were owned the land they are cultivated. Most of the land in France was owned by the first and the second estate members. Okay, do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, means that the members of the first and second, okay, they were very rich. But they were exempted from paying the taxes. Okay, but the members of the third estate, okay, both rich and poor people were there. Landless laborers means that they were peasants. Mainly these people were peasants, but a few only owned the land they cultivated. Okay, most of the land were under the first and the second estate members. Okay, and also these people, means this clergy and the nobles, they were extracting feudal dues from the peasants. Okay, and these people has to work hard in their mines, farms, okay, and also they have to work for the construction of the roads, and also in their houses. Okay, so the life of the third estate members was very hard, or it was very miserable during this period. Is it clear, children? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, the next course we have discussed, that is the rise of population. Okay, the population of France rose rapidly during this period to 25 million, but the production of the food grains, okay, was not enough with the demand of the food grains. Means if the population increases, naturally what happen? The people's, means the livelihood of the people will be endangered, because they need to get basic means to live in their country. They need to get food, medicines, clothes. Means their basic means of livelihood must be provided by the government. But here the situation was very worse. Okay, because as the population rise up, but the production was low. Okay, so the staple food of France was bread. Okay, it rose rapidly. The price of bread rose rapidly, and most of the people were working for daily wages. Means they were working as laborers. Okay, but their income was not rise, or their income was not sufficient to buy such an increased amount with the livelihood. Okay, so it affects the livelihood of the third estate member. They has to pay the taxes, as well as they has to live in that country. Okay, and it led to the gap between the rich and the poor. Okay, because poor people become more poorer. Okay, because with their limited income, are you following me? Children, are you following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because with their limited income, what they need to do? They want to pay the taxes, as well as they has to live in the country. Okay, so the condition of, or the life of the third estate members were miserable. Okay, they were in a harsh situation. So naturally that people began to revolt against this injustice rule of the king. Do you understand what I told you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this all things we have discussed on the last class, right? Okay, and today we are going to discuss about the role of middle class. Before that, I want to tell you that CBSE has cut short 30% of your syllabus. Have you heard about it? Have you heard of?
No.
Yeah, CBSE has decided to cut short 30% of your syllabus. Okay, so I think you have only some, not some, but only some chapters for you for your exam. Okay. Yes. The next point we need to discuss is the role of middle class. Okay, so this century witnessed the emergence of a new social group. Emergence of new social groups that were termed as middle class. Okay, and it's included some members of the third estate, those who become very means rich by doing overseas trades. Okay, overseas trade and all, they become rich. And businessmen, okay, businessmen, and also some people like lawyers, professionals who were educated. Not only the businessman, there were some people who were lawyers, professionals, those people who were educated also. They began, means they were just needed for a society. They demanded a society where all people will be treated as equal. Okay. See, even though in the past, okay, peasants and the workers were try to revolt against this food scarcity and the increasing taxes, But there was not proper leadership for that revolt and all. Okay, there was nobody to guide them. Okay, but here during this century, it's seen, means we can see an emergence of a new social group. Okay, that there were the members of the third estate itself and were termed as middle class. They were termed as middle class, and who brought money, who brought money from doing the overseas trade. Okay, and also were um, exports and import. Okay, and also some educated persons like lawyers, professionals, etc. Okay, and they demanded no group in society privileged by birth, means that all should be treated with the equal dignity. And also a person's social position, a person's social position must depend. Can you see the board?
Ma'am, can you change the pen color?
Yeah. Okay, sure. Person's social position must depend on his merit. Okay, so all these peoples of the third estates were educated. Okay, and they believed that a person's social positions must depend on his merit. It is not decided by whether he belongs to a clergy or whether he is from a noble family. Okay, it should be based only on his merit. And they demanded a society, okay, where no group privileged by the birth, all should be treated as equally. Okay, the next point we have discussed is that the role of the middle class. Okay, see, even in the past, these people, these third estate members tried to revolt against the injustice rule of the king, but they lacked a proper leadership. Okay, means that there was no one to guide them properly against the king. Okay, but during this century, during the 18th century, the emergence of one particular section, that is middle class, that were termed as middle class, who become very powerful. During this time. They earned money by doing the overseas trade, okay, and also export and import of the things. They become very rich and powerful. And also not only this businessman, and also some educated people like lawyers, professionals, etc. were there, professors were there. Okay, and all these members, they demanded a society where all people should be treated equally. Okay, and a person's role in the society is based only by his merit. Okay, not by the whether he belongs to first estate, means clergy, or by a noble. All should have to be treated equal. Is it clear the role of middle class people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Elana, can you tell me the summary of this portion we have discussed now? The role of middle class? Elana, tell me. Can you hear me? Elana? I'm not getting any response. Who can say the answer? Rachel George?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you say?
Ma'am, emergence of social group as middle class.
Yes, yes. There was a particular section from the third estate members. They emerged as powerful. Okay, and were termed as middle class. Okay, then
Lawyers and
yes.
professionals
Yes,
were
this included rich people, rich businessmen. Okay, and also included educated people. Okay, like lawyers, engineers, professionals, etc. Okay, and what they demanded?
their social position must be dependent on his merit.
Yes. Okay, they demanded a society where all should be treated by
Merit.
all should be treated equally. Okay, and a person's social status must depend upon his merit. Do you understand? Are you following me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let Raya Hasim. Raya, can you repeat the answer? Can you repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you repeat this point? Emergence of middle class. Any boys? Nabil,
Yes, ma'am.
can you repeat the point?
Yes.
Tell me. Children, please be attentive in the class.
Emergence of social group as middle class.
Yes.
They include lawyers and professionals,
Yes.
educated people,
Mm.
and they demand no group society
Should be privileged by
created by birth.
birth. Okay, then a person's social status must depend upon his
Merits.
merit. Raya, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you following me, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, children, in the past, even though the people from third estate, okay, they striked or they tried to revolt against the injustice rule of the king and also food scarcity, okay, but they lacked a proper leadership. There was no one to guide them. Okay, but during the 18th century, the society witnessed the emergence of a new social group. They were termed as middle class. Okay, they were the members of the third estate, those who are educated people, and also they had earned money by different trade, means traders, merchants. Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay, so the members of that section became powerful during this century. Okay, so they demanded a society, or they were reacted against the injustice rule of the king. Okay, and they demanded a society where all should be privileged, means there was no privileges by birth. Okay, all should be treated as equal. Okay, and a person's social status must depend upon his merit. Okay, not by the position. That means if a member of the first or second estates, they were exempted from the paying taxes. Only the third estate members needed to pay the taxes. Okay, and most of the members of the third estates were peasants. Okay, and but they have no land of their own. Clear? So this third estate member, they need to pay the taxes, as well as they has to live in a, means food scarcity. They has not able to get the food whatever they needed. Their basic means of livelihood was in danger. Okay, so naturally the section means the section belongs to the third estate people. They reacted against the injustice rule of the king. Clear, my dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not sure about it. Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Then we can move to the next point. So, role of philosophers. Okay, the next point, inspiration of the philosophers. Okay, I have told you the members, means that the third estate members, they were not in a, means their condition was very miserable during this period. Okay, and they were thinking about a society where all people were treated as equal. A person's position must depend on his means not by his the birth which he belongs to, but depend upon his merit. These ideas, okay, these ideas were given by some philosophers like John Locke, Rousseau, and Montesquieu. They propagated the idea of a society where people would enjoy freedom, equal laws, and equal opportunities. So these philosophers propagated, okay, they spread the idea of a society where all people would enjoy freedom. Here only one member, means one member of the, means one, the members of the third estates were, they were, what was their condition? Their life was in danger. Okay, they need to pay the taxes. They were not treated equally with the other people. Okay, is it clear? So, philosophers, who is the philosophers? John Locke, Rousseau, and Montesquieu. They propagated an idea of society where all people would enjoy freedom and with equal laws and equal opportunities. And John Locke, in his book, Two Treatises of Government, it's very important. Two Treatises of the Government, written by John Locke, he refuted the doctrine of the divine and absolute right of monarch. He was against the doctrine of the divine and absolute rights of the monarch. He pointed against the absolute rights that was handled by the monarchs, that means the king. Two Treatises of Government by John Locke. In his book, he gave ideas to the members of the third estate. Okay, and in this book, he refuted, okay, the doctrine of the divine and the absolute right of the monarchs. And Rousseau, in his social contract, he proposed a form of government based on social contract between people and their representatives, like a democratic form of government. Okay, he propagated the idea where the people, means it will be a social contract. It will be in the form of a social contract between the people and their representative, like a democracy. He propagated who? Rousseau. Okay, in his book, The Social Contract, he propagated a society based on the people and their representative. Social contract. And Montesquieu, in his book, The Spirit of the Laws. I know that these names are a bit tough, okay? But anyway, you should have to study all this. He proposed a division of power within the government between the legislative, executive, and judiciary. A division of powers among the government itself. Legislative, executive, and judiciary. I think 8th standard you have studied about this division of powers, right? Legislature, executive, and judiciary.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Those who make the laws, legislative. Okay, legislature is making the laws for the country. Executives are executing the laws made by the legislature, and judiciary is acted as a. Can you tell me about judiciary? Do you remember? What is the function of judiciary, my dear? Tell me. Navaneet Krishna. Can you tell me about this different organs of the government?
Legislative, executive, and judiciary.
Now, what does legislative? What is the function of legislature? You have studied. You told me 8th standard. You have studied it. Nazrin, can you tell me? Isha? Isha? Legislature, executive, and judiciary. Any one of you, please tell me.
Judiciary means courts.
Yes. Any doubt? Children, legislature is making the laws for the country. And executive, it is a section, okay, that execute the laws made by the legislature. And judiciary act as a check. Means they are checking the laws. It's like judiciary refers to the courts. Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Montesquieu, in his book, The Spirit of the Laws, he proposed a division of power within the government. The division of power within the government as legislative, executive, and judiciary. Okay, so all these people, means philosophers, okay, they propagated the ideas among the people about equal opportunity and equal rights. Okay, and during this time, America, we have discussed about 13 American colonies, right? Okay, 13 American colonies. In the beginning, we discussed about that. Okay, they gained their independence during this time. Okay, and it became an inspiration for the people of France. Okay, so along with this philosophers, they also think about a society that people will be treated equally. Means all should be treated as equal. Okay, so naturally the people started to revolt. Then again Louis XVI was decided to increase the taxes. Okay, when this news here by the people, they began to revolt against the injustice rule of the Louis XVI. So these are the causes for the outbreak of French Revolution. Okay, my dear children, please read the textbook. Okay, I will send the questions today in the group. Okay, the first course, the financial resources, means that long years of war has drained the financial resources of the country. Okay, and the Louis XVI increased the taxes. Okay, that was one of the most important reason for the outbreak of the revolution. Social division. People were divided into 3 groups. Okay, only one section of the people needed to pay the taxes. Okay, then the next is the emergence of, rise of population. Okay, the population rise up, but the production was slow. Okay, and the next one, the emergence of the new social groups called middle class. They become powerful during this century, and they propagated the idea of a society where all will treat equally. Okay, a person's social status must based on his merit. And also some philosophers like Montesquieu, Rousseau, and John Locke, okay, they propagated the idea, okay, where all will be treated equally with equal respect and equal opportunities. Okay, so all these ideas, okay, led to the outbreak of this revolution. And 1789, the people began to revolt against the injustice rule of Louis XVI. Okay, next day when you come, study all these points and come. Don't tell any excuse. Okay, I was not there in the class, or I don't know the answer. Okay, so see you on the next class. Okay, bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.